very diplomatic way of saying that. Yeah, but it is a skill one should acquire very early on in life as far as possible. That I fully agree. Because not with the fact that nature lover doesn't know swimming, but definitely you should, whether or not a nature lover, one should have that skill. So, wo ist Jeet? Jeet ist nicht da, aber der kommt direkt rein. So ist es okay. Und Rose ist auch nicht da. Heute ist der 17. Wann reist sie ab? Wann kommt sie nach Indien? Am 18. oder am 17.?
Ich denke, das ist 18, sir.
Ja, am 18.
Another surprise. Sorry, I got a call from my corporation.
Ja, und?
Ja, es ist Accenten-Tag nach meinem Ankunft.
Ja?
Okay, Accenten-Tag, yeah. So they are asking me to come and give a PCR test sample. So government is keenly watching.
Also hier in Trichy, das musst du da in Trichy machen, in India?
Yeah, in Trichy.
Yeah, now Tamil Nadu is becoming very strict, sir. Like
Good.
e-pass has come.
That's right. That's what I told her. You are calling me 1 hour late because I went to a private clinic and I gave my sample today morning at 7 o'clock. And I paid 1,500 rupees. And now she is telling you come and give your sample here, it is free.
No, but why should I give it to you now? Is that other sample not counted?
No, that's what she's telling. No, it is as per our count. I need to report to the collector. So please come and give one more time here. It is free. It is to satisfy their records.
No, wait a minute. So what you do is, when will you get your result here?
This result will take 6 hours. So I'll be getting it by 1 o'clock.
Take this result, collect the result, go with the result, submit the result, and say enter it into your records.
That's right. That's right. Otherwise, again, they'll poke.
Don't argue. Don't argue. I will not give a sample. Just say this is the test result of this morning. Test result of this morning from another place.
Yeah.
So, would you please consider this?
Yeah. So one way, it is good that the government is keenly watching all the guys who are entering the country. Yes. It's very good, very nice, and we need to cooperate with them. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead, sir.
No problem. No problem. So, alles in Ordnung dann. Das ist also, wo sind wir?
Accenten-Tag. Am I right? It's the 8th day.
Yeah, am Accenten.
Accenten, yeah. Nach meinem Ankunft.
Ja, nach meiner, die Ankunft.
Yeah, okay.
And so what will be 18th day? If 8 is Accenten, then what will be 18?
Accenten.
18 is Accent.
On what?
Accent is 18.
Accent, yeah, so Accent.
18th.
Yeah, 18th.
Nee, also, wo liegt dieser Durcheinander?
No, just differentiate. What 8th and what is for 18th?
Ja, aber warum gibt es dieses Problem?
Because sir, 8 is Accenten, then what will be 18?
Moment. Also,
this is Acten.
Wir haben zwei Sachen hier oder zwei verschiedene Sachen. Kardinalzahl und Ordinalzahl. Das sind die Kardinalzahlen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The cardinal numbers, the very basic, normal, classic numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Ordinalzahl oder Ordinalzahlen sind Adjektive. Also, erste, zweite, dritte, vierte. Moment. I'm done. Mm. Dr. Stalins.
No, sir. So if I want to say, for example,
Accent.
see, 17th November is my date of birth. So I'll say Zibsenten November, Elften, Zoivan Zebshish.
It's an adjective. It is an ordinal number. It is ordering the number.
Absolutely right. I'm not talking about. Now tell me, how do I pronounce 7th, 8th? How do I pronounce 8th?
I'm coming there.
Okay.
So what you're using is actually an adjective. Starting from the beginning of that month of November or December or whatever, you're ordering the days, putting the days in that order. The first day of November, the second day of November, the third day. This is an adjective. So when you're using an adjective, noch einmal, adjective, don't forget.
Declination.
Yes. And when you give a date, because the point here is a hidden question 1. And the answer to this is un. And when you say un, it takes dative, undame, act, saint, adjective, saint, not accent, saint. Once you say saint, you said a dame. The adjective ending should be en. Order. An dem 18. Tag meiner Ankunft. On the 18th day of my arrival. Or nach dem. After the 18th day of my arrival.
Okay, so this is again after the 18th day. But if I want to say after my 8th day,
then you remove the same.
So it is Acton. That was Kushi's question.
I do it.
Acton or accent. So
yeah.
It's an adjective. Achten. Why achten? Because it says dem. Dative, adjective ending en. And when you write this in numbers, in Zahlen, Ziffern, add 8, full stop.
Yeah.
This full stop is the adjectival ending.
Yeah. So now, Kushi, you agree with me? Asking question is difficult.
No.
Okay. I hope I'll succeed in this statement before we conclude our class in February. I'll prove that asking question is difficult.
Well, sometimes the answer can also be difficult, but we'll come to that later. So, heute ist der 17. 12.
Okay.
Heute ist der. Because the question to this is,
Wie viel?
der wievielte ist heute? Der wievielte ist heute? Der. Man kann auch fragen.
So if we translate this, how many day of the month? Am I right? There is no word in English.
No.
What day is it? There is no word in English to calculate how many.
No.
Modi is how many Prime Minister of our India? We cannot ask that in English.
No. Den wievielten haben wir heute? Haben. So den.
Wievielten means how many of us today? What is the meaning of this?
Wievielten.
Okay. It's good.
Den wie viel 10 haben wir? Heute haben wir den 17, 10, 12, 10. This you have to read with there 17, 12, 10. At full stop, you have to read according to what is preceding it. If it is nominative, then the E ending. If it is accusative, then the N ending. Then wie vielten haben wir heute?
Okay, so this V filter is used only for the days, not for any other thing. Because normally I'm getting it confused. V feel is how many?
Yeah.
That is V space feel, not a single word.
No, it's a single word here.
Okay, so that's what. So if I use a single word, it denotes the date. It denotes the day.
Not always. Don't confuse this as combined and separate here. Here in this context, it's always combined. We feel can be used separately also for different things.
That's right. So
not just for date. Not just for date. Also, not just for date.
That's what, sir. We feel a lot is in the. So there we space feel.
So I'm talking of we combined feel need not always be with date.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying. You are confusing that if you put it together, only date will come. No.
Okay.
No.
I remember you used this in one of our exercises in the earlier days.
Yes. It was very much there. I thought you knew this, so I didn't even touch upon it. I didn't know that it was slightly confusing.
No, it is new, brand new for me. I hope it is with others also.
So
we feel I never use this word.
So don't ever think that we filter is combined, written together als ein Wort ist exklusiv für das Datum. Nein. Das kann auch in anderen Kontexten zusammengeschrieben vorkommen oder stehen. It can appear in other contexts also, not just for date.
Okay.
But here, don't forget to put it together as one word. Literally translated, how muchat is today. Literally. But English doesn't have this concept. What date do we have today?
In English, how I can ask?
Yeah.
In English?
I'll
For example, if you want to ask, how many Prime Minister Modi of India?
Yeah, then you have to ask them in the ordinal Zahl. There we feel the Premier Minister von Indien ist Modi. Auf wie viel der Stelle steht er als Premier Minister von Indien? Also wie viele Premierminister haben wir vor ihm gehabt? You have to reformulate the question. It cannot be translated or made into German directly. Welches Datum ist heute? Oder? Wir haben den 17.12. Heute haben wir den 17.12. With haben, so if you want me to change it, heute haben wir den 17.12. The choice is yours, whether you ask
so
like
this. Heute is there 17, 12, 2000.
Nein, heute ist der Nominativ 17.
Okay.
Der Nominativ, der 17. Der 17. Nominative. That Punkt, the E is not visible. But you are expected to know this from what we have learned already. Similarly, welches Datum haben wir heute? Remember, datum is das datum, so there's no change here. Yeah, oder. If you continue the same thing.
Ist heute.
Welcher Tag ist heute?
Heute ist der
Der Dienstag.
Ja. Nominative, der Dienstag. Ja. Freitag.
Welchen Tag haben wir heute? Dienstag. Den Dienstag. Or if you take the actual date today, if you're working on that, Freitag. Heute ist der Freitag. Ist Nominativ. So ist der Freitag. Haben wir den Freitag? Haben den. Akkusativ.
Ja, Akkusativ. Haben.
Der, also alltägliche Fragen.
Ja, normal.
Ja, ganz normal.
Okay, the same question. How do you ask in English, sir? Modi is
What day we have to do? What day is it today?
No. What? How many children? எத்தனாவது குழந்தை நீ ஃபேமிலில? So அந்த எத்தனையாவது அப்படின்றது எப்படி இங்கிலீஷ்ல?
No, that doesn't work here. That doesn't work here. See, the structure would change. The structure would change.
No, that's not. Even do we have a change the structure in English? That is my question. In English.
It has to be changed. See, all languages in India also don't allow it.
But in Tamil we have எத்தனாவது prime minister, நீ எத்தனாவது குழந்தை, எத்தனையாவது, we ask that.
Yeah, so how many prime ministers were there before Modi? Or
normally I ask, is it the 13th prime minister or 14th prime minister? Then they'll say, no, he's 22nd prime minister.
No, then see, you have to reformulate the question something similar, or you have to express in English or even German.
It's very difficult to ask. எத்தனாவது குழந்தை நீ? In my family, I'm the second child. I cannot say that. I cannot ask that question. Are you second or third in your family? I ask.
That is how you have to formulate that. So even in Telugu, it is the same. Hindi, maybe it is same. You can't say what is the rank in your family.
कितना वधु கிடையாது. I don't know.
परिवार में तुम्हारा कितना नंबर है? 0. Everyone thinks I'm a fool. Because rank has a double meaning. So das funktioniert nicht. And so there we normally talk in terms of, ask the question also in terms of the number.
Yeah.
So the number is taken and put into the question. Is he the eldest? Is he the youngest? And then you formulate the question. It's not easy. Some of these things are totally culture and culture bound. So that order of things is not there.
Yeah.
So, take a live case from our scriptures, Mahabharata. Will you say, ask this question about Yudhishthira or Arjun or Bhim? And so, and entire reformulation is necessary. Und das ist dann ganz interessant. Und es ist nicht so leicht, die Sprache direkt zu übersetzen. Es gibt so viele kulturelle Bedingungen, die dahinter sich stecken. Okay, so sind wir im Klaren oder stehen wir im Klaren über die Satzstruktur und Wortstellung im Deutschen? Bis jetzt, are we clear? Satz und Wortstruktur, also Wörter in einem Satz. What we did yesterday. We read about it.
For Norman, for them, Norman, these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tacomalo, Norman, verb and position. So.
Yeah, bis of the verb, and don't forget that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sir, I want. So adverb is always placed just near the verb. Yeah.
Before the verb.
It depends. It can also be at the end of the sentence.
That's why, sir, it's very confusing for me to put the adverb. So I
We
directly
didn't
put
touch
it on the first position.
No, not
Sometimes.
so early. It depends again on the sentence, but in a normal Deutschen Satz, it can also come at the end.
Okay.
But sir,
It can
adverb
also come
is
at the
before
end.
the verb, right?
It depends.
Adverb is no. But why I'm asking this question is, if I'm putting adverb before the verb, then the verb's position is third. That is
You
wrong.
can't put it before that. Hast du
Okay.
heute viel gegessen? Da ist es vor dem Verb möglich. Hast du heute viel gegessen? You can't say gegessen viel, also viel gegessen.
Okay, sir. And one more question, sir. So when we apply Tekamola rule, so temporal we put after direct object. Yeah.
What?
We, sir, time element
No, it can come before that also.
before the subject as a subject. No, no, sorry, before the direct object.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should.
So
If you strictly follow
why
Tekamoto.
the doubt? Why the doubt?
Sir, can you? I don't know. I was doing one exercise, so I got confused. Sir, can you tell me a sentence?
You tell me the sentence.
Where
The
you
one
put
that you,
this temporal at the last. You tell me that will be the good way, question.
Yeah, yeah.
that
Okay,
will
I
be
will, sir. I will. I have to look for it. Then I will
okay.
definitely share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also dann ist es einfacher, das Problem zu lösen.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so jetzt versuchen wir, welche Wörter hier, also nee, warum habe ich das so gemacht? Welche Wörter hier reinsetzen lassen? Which words allow themselves to be inserted here? So 1, 2, 3 und 4, diese erste 4 lesen wir. Then we'll come down here. Also, sich voneinander zusammen.
Okay.
Nummer 2, außerdem, jedenfalls, unbedingt. Nummer 3, schön, sehr und viel. Und Nummer 4, ähnlich, ganz und schön. So. Read these first 4 sentences. If you want, I'll scroll down again, aber versuchen wir. Liebe Miriam, ja. Also die 4 Sätze lesen, mit den Lücken lesen und dann können wir die fehlenden Wörter einsetzen. Ja, was kann man hier sagen?
Wir sind die
Liebe
Option.
Miriam,
Hm?
liebe Miriam, jetzt haben wir schon wieder so lange nichts voneinander gehört und ich dachte, ja, ich muss mich ja mal wieder melden.
Nee, was kommt hier?
Ja, andere bitte.
Nein,
Ich
ja,
denke jedenfalls.
wir
Hm?
sind die Optionen haben wir.
Nee, ohne Optionen. Ohne Optionen.
Okay. Ich muss mich wieder melden.
Okay, weiter. Geht weiter. Ich würde dich ja auch gerne mal anrufen.
Ich würde dich ja auch gerne mal anrufen, aber wegen der Zeitverschiebung ist es ganz kompliziert. Die richtige Seite suchen. Ja, geht es immer nach Neuseeland. Okay. So,
das ist die Herausforderung jetzt. Können wir die Lücken hier vervollständigen, ohne die Optionen uns mal gesehen zu haben?
ich muss mich nochmal wieder melden.
Noch einmal.
Nein, mal ist schon gegeben. Noch.
So, nach.
Noch, okay. Ich muss mich nochmal wieder. Nochmal wieder. Noch und wieder. I think it's okay.
Vielmal.
Einmal wieder is English
Einmal oder
translation.
vielmal.
Once again.
Vielmal wieder melden. Schon mal.
Ja.
Schon mal.
Schon
mal.
Schon mal wieder melden. Okay. Und was ist das hier? Nummer 3.
Anrufen, aber wegen des.
Ja, die anderen auch bitte.
Es ist ganz sehr kompliziert.
Ist ganz sehr. Nein.
So.
Ganz so kompliziert.
Sir, nicht so. So.
I can write again.
Ja.
So
No,
kommt mit
schon.
Infinitiv.
Mit?
Normalerweise mit einem Infinitiv. Ganz zu kompliziert? Nein.
Sir, too complicated.
That's why I said
So,
there.
let's check. So, Nummer 1, sich voneinander zusammen. Sich voneinander. Zusammen. Also hier. Voneinander. Okay, Nummer 2. Ich muss mich außerdem jedenfalls unbedingt. Außerdem jedenfalls unbedingt.
Jedenfalls.
Jedenfalls, okay. Und Nummer 3. Schön, sehr viel.
Sehr viel. I told sehr complicated. It's too complicated. Or very much complicated.
So either there or so.
Where is it zu hier?
Okay, okay, sorry.
Schön, sehr oder viel?
Schön.
Ja,
No,
Monika?
this Sean is with the dot. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Ja, it's beautiful, ja. Umlaut mit Umlaut.
So, ganz schön kompliziert, ganz sehr kompliziert, ganz viel kompliziert.
If
Feel,
not, then
Feel complicated.
feel, yeah.
Feel is for countable things.
For uncountable things.
No, we feel a lawyer.
But it is feel, not feeler.
Mhm.
It is much complicated.
Ganz viel kompliziert
So
und
you
ganz schön
there.
kompliziert. I really am enjoying myself today.
Because yeah, when others are in trouble, we normally laugh. துன்பு வரும்போது நிலை சிரிங்க.
But you see, this is the challenge. I want to be different from the book. I don't want to follow it blindly in that narrow path with blinkers here. We must learn to think independently. let's have the last one here. Also richtiger Tageszeit. Mir geht es immer noch gut in Neuseeland. Immer noch. Endlich gut, ganz gut, schön gut.
Schön gut.
Schön gut. Was sagen die anderen? Ja,
Can you
bitte.
just go
Sir,
yeah, I need to read this. Yeah.
ganz
Thank
gut.
you.
Ganz gut auch geht.
Ganz gut, okay.
That's good. Mir geht es immer nach.
Immer noch ganz
Ja,
gut
sehr
hier in Deutschland. Schön gut.
Ja, ganz
endlich
gut.
gut.
Ganz gut.
Ganz gut, okay. I'm not saying anything wrong. Okay, wir gehen weiter jetzt. So, Nummer 5. Mein Job gefällt mir, meine Kollegen sind nett und ich habe und so weiter und so weiter und so weiter. Stell dir vor, ich habe jetzt ein richtiges kleines Häuschen. Ein Freund von mir.
Them.
Dem.
Ja.
Dem. Ja, relative Pronomen.
Ja.
Okay. Ist in Europa. Okay. Wahrscheinlich komme ich Mitte August und bleibe dann für 4 Wochen, strich sich der lange Flug auch lohnt. Also Nummer 6. Damit, deswegen oder für?
Damit.
Damit.
Ja, sure. Sehen wir da?
Yes, sir.
Damit, okay. Jetzt würde ich natürlich gerne wissen, das ob wenn. Also 7 hier.
Ob.
Ob, ja.
Ob, okay. Nummer 8. Es wäre wirklich schön, wenn wir etwas zusammen vorhaben, unterhalten, unternehmen.
Unterhalten.
Unternehmen.
Unterhalten, wenn wir etwas zusammen unterhalten könnten.
Unternehmen.
Okay. Number 9. Da gibt es im Sommer eine große Fotoausstellung, die ich mich mir.
Mir. Mir.
Mir. Okay.
Ich.
Mich.
Premoda, ich sagst du?
Ja.
Okay. Und Nummer 10. Sie darf, kann oder soll. Hast du eigentlich mal von Brigitte gehört? Etwas von Brigitte?
Kann.
Soll oder kann oder darf?
Sie kann. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's try reading the text together. Also, wir haben die Wörter hier so schon gesetzt, eingesetzt. Jetzt haben wir schon wieder so lange nichts. Insert the words and see whether the context fits. Let's check your Fingerspitzengefühl. Liebe Miriam, jetzt haben wir schon wieder so lange nichts
Voreinander.
voneinander gehört. Ja, okay, alle?
Yes, sir.
Und ich dachte, ich muss mich
Jedenfalls anmelden.
unbedingt mal wieder melden oder jedenfalls mal wieder melden.
Vielleicht jedenfalls.
Not unbedingt or not außerdem.
Sir, außerdem doesn't suit me. Either jedenfalls oder unbedingt.
Außerdem klappt nicht.
Und die anderen zwei? Ich muss mich unbedingt mal wieder melden.
Unbedingt. Ich glaube unbedingt. Necessarily.
Ja, where's your Sprachgefühl? Leute, come on, your feel. Language feel.
Jedenfalls.
Was ist jedenfalls? Was bedeutet jedenfalls?
At any
Jedenfalls.
cost.
Yeah, at any condition.
And
So,
what is unbedingt?
yeah, schon haben muss.
Definitely.
So
Definitely,
when we have,
necessarily.
when we haben muss, so we should finish jedenfalls.
And what about unbedingt?
Sir,
Definitely.
unbedingt is necessarily. Definitely.
Definitely. Unbedingt.
So, but we haven't
kommt
heard unbedingt mal.
Yeah.
Mal.
But have you heard about jedenfalls mal? I never.
Jedenfall mal.
But außer meine Spitz gave you. Ich denke.
Ich muss mich. We have not heard from each other for such a long time that I thought I have to necessarily call you up again. I have to.
Sir, unbedingt.
Unbedingt, yeah. Definitely.
Unbedingt. Definitely.
Or necessarily.
Because if you say jedenfalls, jedenfalls is an adverbial use, and it means in any case. I have to in any case call you up again. I have to in any case call you up again. And I thought, again. Then go to the third one. Ich würde dich ja auch gerne mal anrufen, aber wegen der Zeitverschiebung, change in time, pushing forward of the time. This is, I think, the date is not given. So it's that time of the year, March or October, when the time changes, plus or minus, Sommerzeit und Winterzeit. Aber wegen der Zeitverschiebung ist es ganz kompliziert, ganz schön kompliziert, ganz sehr kompliziert. I can see you're still confused. Okay. I wanted to solve it, but I've changed my mind now.
No, I told there because it is not countable, but I want to say it is too complicated. So that's the reason I used there.
Okay. No, I will still leave this for you to do at home. Only not too many words, just 10, but you need to think a bit. Without consulting a dictionary or any other source for the solutions, any source for the solutions, digital or otherwise, try choosing the words as you feel they fit from what you have learned. Take your time. So if you spend too much time here, we'll end up doing only one exercise today. Take your time, try putting in the words as per your field without consulting any books, digital or otherwise. The choice is given to us. Also, wir kennen alle Wörter. Wir sind mit diesen Wörtern schon vertraut. We know all the words. Now, in a sentence, look at the flow, see which fits. If you can recall a sentence where this word has been used in that context. This is your reading literally exercise over the weekend. Seid ihr 10 im Arbeitsbuch und das ist Übung Nummer 2. It's a nice practice for you. This is a written exam, na? TELC or GI auch.
Yeah.
You have to choose the right word that fits the blanks. And sometimes some words are so close in meaning that you end up getting confused. So we have to develop a Sprachgefühl for it. One, also ich gebe euch allen einen Tipp. Don't go by the one meaning of the word that you know. That's the only tip I can give you. Only tip I can give you right now. Don't go by that one meaning you know. That only one meaning in that context that you learned it will make it difficult for you to choose the right word. Remember, in a spoken form, you have to have that right word set in your minds beforehand itself. So, and a laser just go by feel. Do it the first time, put it aside. Then, since we have 2 days off, try it again on Sunday. Montag werden wir das diskutieren. I wanted to do it today, but this, I can see that it's taking a lot of time and all of you are confused. Das lassen wir momentan weg. So, let's try this here. What comes next? Markieren Sie, an welcher Stelle im Satz die Wörter rechts eingefügt werden müssen. Einfügen, to insert. Also Maria und Paul, zum Abschied schenken wir Ihnen einen Fluggutschein. Ein Fluggutschein?
Voucher. Coupon.
Yeah. Can you pronounce this word in the American way?
Coupon. Credit.
Coupon.
Coupon.
Yeah, the same word the American pronounce as coupon. It's a voucher, basically. Keep it simple. It's a coupon, a voucher, or a gift certificate. It's a Gutschein. That means using that, you can purchase a flight ticket for yourself. A flight voucher or something which enables you to encash it in the form of a ticket. So, zum Abschied schenken wir Ihnen einen Fluggutschein. Nummer 2.
Paul wollte Informationen über China. Das Reisebüro hat sie ihm gegeben.
Ja, sie ihm gegeben. Correct.
Not ihm sie gegeben?
No, sir.
Nein.
Accusative pronoun always precedes the dative pronoun.
Good. Nummer 3. Nummer 3. Maria hat nach den Visabestimmungen gefragt. Fragen nach. To inquire after. Visabestimmungen, the visa regulations. So Maria hat nach den Visabestimmungen gefragt.
Der Beamte hat sie ihr erklärt.
Gut, Priyambada, aber warum
Ja,
sie,
ja,
ihr
ja.
und nicht ihr, sie? Warum ist es sie, ihr und nicht ihr, sie erklärt?
Yeah, accusative than dative.
Dative.
Ja.
Also Pronomen, beide Pronomen, Akkusativ kommt vor dem Dativ. Sure, good, well done. Nummer 4. Maria hat das Visum beantragt. Beantragen, to apply for.
Yeah. So Maria had das Visum beantragt, das Konsulat hat es dann so geschickt.
Es ihr dann? Oder
Ja,
hat
ihr
ihr dann?
es dann.
Ihr.
Hat ihr
es
dann
dann.
es geschickt? Ist das Konsulat, hat ihr dann es zugeschickt oder hat es ihr dann zugeschickt?
Hat ihr dann es zugeschickt.
Es ihr. Das Konsulat hat es ihr dann zugeschickt.
So there were other couple of other alternatives here.
Yeah, because S again dative, but here personal pronoun. So it has to go. Personal pronoun has to come first.
What about the others? Where will you put this S? Waiting. Yola, Uma, Andarasi, Priyambada, wo kommt das S? Wo sollten wir das Pronomen S einfügen, einsetzen? Come on. This is easy. Very easy exercise.
Ich kann jetzt nicht sagen.
Ja?
I'm in bookstore.
Okay.
Ja.
So das Konsulat hat es ihr dann zugeschickt.
Yes, sir.
Hat ihr dann es zugeschickt?
Ja.
Ist es es ihr
Ja,
oder
ich stimme
dann
mit dir.
es zugeschickt?
Es ihr.
Es ihr, dann zugeschickt.
Warum es ihr?
Ha, bitte.
So
Erklärung
because
mit
same
bitte.
accusative
is
pronoun
nominative.
before dative.
Accusative.
Genau.
Accusative pronoun, S.
That rule is uniform.
Yeah.
No, but here the S
Is a
it's not a
pronoun.
personal pronoun.
It stands for das Visum. It is a personal pronoun.
But sir, it is for dative object, yeah.
Hey, accusative object.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I mean accusative object.
Das Visum.
S.
Direct object. Accusative object. S steht für das Nomen hier, das Visum. Und ihr steht für Maria als
Maria.
Dative object. Sent what? Das Visum. To whom? To Maria. Das Konsulat hat Maria das Visum dann zugeschickt. If you remove the pronouns and use the noun, das Konsulat hat Maria, Dative Nomen, das Visum zugeschickt. If you take the pronoun for das Visum, that is S. So S ihr dann zugeschickt. Pronomen, wenn es zwei Pronomen gibt in dem Satz, also als Objekte, dann kommt das Akkusativpronomen oder dann steht das Akkusativpronomen immer vor dem Dativpronomen. Immer. Das ist eine feste Regel, keine Ausnahme. No exception. This is a fixed rule.
I got misled because of year is personal pronoun and S is nicht
S is
and a
also
personal
personal pronoun.
pronoun.
S is
Yeah.
also a personal pronoun.
Neuter. Yeah. Neutral.
Neutrum. Also, wo ist das Buch? Oh, es liegt dort. Wo ist das Kind? Es spielt dort.
That side it is.
Yeah, so that's also a personal pronoun. So jetzt noch etwas. Also let's continue with this. Seems to be a little confusion. I don't want any confusion. We have to clear this up. So, alles schon erledigt. Reagieren Sie auf die Fragen und Aussagen, verwenden Sie dabei Pronomen. Pronomen. Also, das bedeutet, wir sollten hier auf die Fragen antworten. Reagieren Sie auf die Fragen. Kannst du mir die E-Mail-Adresse von Doris schicken? Und die Antwort ist positiv. Ich habe sie dir doch schon geschickt. Ich habe sie, die Adresse, du als Frage, ich als Antwort.
Dear.
So it matches. It's very easy, very, very mathematical. Question is do, answer should be ish. Question is Z capital, answer should be ish. Balance it. So do ish. And the email address Z. Mir, to me, the answer to you. Also dear. Balances out. Hast du oder kannst du mir die E-Mail-Adresse von Doris schicken? Ich habe sie dir doch schon geschickt. Also Nummer 2. Gibst du mir bitte meinen Bildband über Neuseeland noch zurück?
Ich gebe ihn
Perfekt,
die.
perfekt. Immer mit dem Perfekt.
Ich habe ihn dir nach einigen Tagen gegeben.
Keep it simple. This is schon gegeben. But schon?
Ja, sorry, schon gegeben.
Keep it simple. But for
Ich habe ihn dir schon gegeben.
zurückgegeben.
Zurückgegeben.
Anybody else, any other answers, or do you agree with what Khushi has said?
Ich stimme Khushi zu, ja.
Gut, Gina. So, gibst du mir bitte meinen Bildband über Neuseeland? Don't let this confuse you. The Bildband über Neuseeland is one unit. Was ist ein Bildband? Their band here, their band is a volume. The picture volume or the picture book on New Zealand. It's a book on New Zealand with pictures only. So will you give me my book, my picture book of New Zealand? I gave it to you. You can't use it of über Neuseeland. Das geht nicht. So for the entire set here, you have only one pronoun, ihn. So gibst du mir bitte meinen Bildband über Neuseeland zurück? Also, we have to balance out. Du. Frage. So answer should be with ich. Fine. So mir, question. Answer should be dir. To you. To me, to you. Okay, we balance two things. Subject and dative object. Meinen Bildband.
In.
In. Put it in this sentence. In comes before dir. Ich habe ihn dir schon zurückgegeben. Step by step. Ganz langsam. It's very, very simple, calculative, and a little mathematical or arithmetical. The left side has to balance the right side. 2 plus 2 will be 3 plus 1. Balance it out. Don't put a new number there or bring in a new pronoun there. And that too, that's something that doesn't fit in. If there's a I in the question, the answer will have a U. If there's a U in the question, the answer will have an I. And this confusion should not be there. Not after you people have done A1, A2, and also B1 repetition with me. It should not be there. For example, if people ask you, woher kommen Sie? It should be ich komme aus. It should not ich komme Sie aus. The Z has been answered with ich. I've come across these mistakes earlier, but not in your group, of course. But elsewhere, I've come across this. That Z is again reinserted. Why? I don't understand. That Z is you. So the answer should be with I. Okay, now hier. Es wäre super, wenn du auch Peter die Informationen zum Visum geben würdest. Ignore the structure, your answer has to be imperfect. So when du, was kommt hier? In the Antwort?
Ich.
When ich.
Ich, okay. Geben.
Ich habe.
Ich habe sie.
Ich habe
Gegeben. Gegeben. Ja. Gegeben.
Good. Structure complete. Now let's fill up. Peter und Informationen zum Visum. Informationen zum Visum und dann Peter.
Ja, ich habe sie ihm schon gegeben.
That's it. Ich habe sie ihm. Ihm. Dative.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have said dative only.
Oh, somebody said ihn. IHN. I heard an N. Should be dative. IHM. Ich habe sie
ihm.
Ja.
Gegeben.
Okay. Next one. 4. Hast du Hannah den Schlüssel schon gebracht?
Ich.
Ja? Ja, Monika? Ich?
Ich habe.
Ja? Schön.
Sie.
Warum sie?
Hannah. Okay. Then solution. In.
Ja?
Gegeben.
Ich habe ihn gegeben. Also wem?
Sir, Hannah is wem, na?
Ah.
Ich habe ihn. Ihm.
So what did you say? Ihm oder ihn? What?
Wem is Hannah, na? Wem gegeben.
Ja. Come on. This is absolutely basic spoken language.
Yes.
Basic.
Ich habe ihm gegeben.
Hannah ist ein Feminine-Name. Hannah ist ein Name einer Frau, eines Mädchens.
Ja.
So, ihm geht nicht.
Ihr.
Ihr ist richtig. So, full sentence once again, please.
Yeah, Hannah is not dative, is ihr.
Yeah, so full sentence once again. Complete it.
Ich habe ihn
Ja?
ihr gegeben.
Ja.
Schon gegeben.
Gebracht.
Gebracht, sorry.
It is
Ich
gebracht,
habe
no?
ihn
Ja,
Ihr
ich habe ihn, ihr schon gebracht.
schon gebracht. Ja.
We have to learn to respond with pronouns.
Ja.
Okay, wir müssen dem neuen Gaststudenten noch den Weg ins Wohnheim erklären. Wir müssen den Weg ins Wohnheim erklären. So, das haben wir schon erklärt.
Ja.
So, wir, question, either you take it with wir as the answer or with ich. That is up to you. It's a statement. So, Subjekt zuerst.
Ich
Okay.
muss
Was hast du erklärt? Und wem hast du erklärt? Yeah. Come on.
Sir, Darkesh,
Ja, bitte, Jeet.
ich muss,
Ich habe, also perfekt. Immer mit dem
okay.
Perfekt.
Ich habe noch ihn,
Ja,
ihnen,
bei Ihnen?
Dativ Plural,
Hallo. Das ist Ding. Singular.
okay. Ich habe noch ihn,
Ja.
Singular, no,
im
Ja,
ihm,
laut reden.
in ihm,
ihm.
ja. Ich habe noch in ihm ins Wohnheim erklärt.
Nein. Sehen wir das? Nein, Jeet. Einen kleinen Fehler hast du hier gemacht. Einen kleinen Fehler. Sehen wir das?
Wir haben
Ja.
im Doc schon erklärt.
Ist gut. Wir haben ihn ihm schon erklärt oder doch schon erklärt. Warum ist noch falsch? Warum ist das falsch? Why can't we use it in the answer? Why can't I use noch in the answer?
Knock is still.
So that means it has not been done, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
That is still pending. It has to be completed. What is to be completed? This erklären has to be completed. It's not yet done. But what are you using in the structure?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Something that has been done. So you have to remove the noch and put
Schon.
Yeah.
And what is our accusative object here?
Den Weg.
Yes.
Den Weg ins Wohnheim. This entire unit is replaced with ihn. Entire unit. So ihn ins Wohnheim we don't use at all. It's not necessary. I have to explain the path, the route, the way, the direction to the hostel, to the.
But sir,
Yeah.
ins Wohnheim is the prepositional object. Yeah.
It is part of den Weg,
Yeah.
the way to the hostel. So I have explained it to the hostel to him, or I have explained it Okay,
It. Yeah.
very well. It's part of the English. Und dann die nächste Frage. Das ist dem, Singular oder Plural?
Singular.
Aber das ist Studenten.
Ten.
So, warum haben wir eine Pluralendung hier?
Short
Warum?
nomen.
Ja, das ist die N-Deklination.
Yeah, sorry. And declination.
N-Deklination, dieser Nomen hier ist, ja, korrekt, in a way, ein schwacher Nomen. It's a weak noun. Don't go by the ending. Go by this here. This will indicate the singular or plural to you. Dative plural will always be den plus n.
Right.
Den plus n. Dative singular, them. Dative singular, them. Weak noun, n. Plural ending will be there. If it's not a weak noun, it's not an N-Deklination, it won't be there. If you're missing dem neuen Arbeiter, also keine N-Deklination, dem neuen Arbeiter. Wenn es eine N-Deklination gibt, dann natürlich Singular, also wenn es nur eine Person ist, Singular, aber die N-Deklination. So our answers to these sentences, sie stecken hier in dem Satz. Den Weg ins Wohnheim, Accusative Objekt. Die Information zum Visum, Accusative Objekt. Das Ganze. Meinen Bildband über Neuseeland, Accusative Objekt. Das Ganze. The entire thing is part of that accusative object. My album with the photos, accusative object. I gave it back to you yesterday. Where's my album with the photos? I gave it back to you. I can't say I gave it with photos back to you. That's part of the sentence.
But sir, if it was not den, aber einen.
What? Where?
Wir müssen dem neuen Gaststudenten noch einen Weg. Yeah, ins Wohnheim erklären. If there was a indefinite article, then also we will use in, because it is
normally you have to, because you're replacing that noun, that entire part of the sentence with a pronoun.
Yes, sir. But sir, RZS, both are accusative objects. Both are for.
Which one? Why?
I mean, sir, why we always use in?
In is a masculine. In is a masculine nouns.
Yes, sir, masculine, but why not Z?
Why?
Their weg. Okay.
Z is for feminine noun.
Yeah, their weg, because okay.
It's their weg, no?
Yes.
Masculine noun singular.
If it was something feminine, then we will use Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
But suppose this is we are missing den neuen Gaststudenten. What will you put here?
In. Then accusative, na? Then it will become accusative object.
What is the answer? And can you answer this? Yeah. Wie geht es Ihrem Vater?
As Kate.
Ihnen gut.
Ihnen gut.
And the second one?
We as he.
Wie geht es Ihren Eltern? So,
Z as gate Z.
yeah.
Okay.
Foot.
Both the answers are wrong. Beide sind falsch. Dative object, singular, dritte Person. So what do we need in the answer?
Getting.
What do we need in the answer? Dative object? Singular?
Ihnen.
Dritte Person, right?
Personen. Sie,
Should be our
Ihnen.
answer also. This should be our answer. Dative object, singular, dritte Person.
Ingut.
Dritte Person, singular. Dritte Person, singular, dative. Why are you confused with this ERM Vater? Whether it is ERM Vater or the Deinem Vater is in. The answer is still Danke, es geht Ihnen gut. And what about this one here? Active object. Right? We're talking about parents.
Plural.
Ja, gut, gut, sehr gut. Plural. Und dritte Person. So if you say plural dritte Person, what should be your answer? Active object.
Dative object.
Plural. And again, dritte Person. What your question is, so should be your answer also. Because dritte Person will always be dritte Person in your answer. Only zweite und erste Person change. If I ask you, how are you? You can't say he is well, she is well. You can't answer that you with a he or she. Your answer has to be, I am well. If I ask you, how is she? You can't say, I am well. I'm asking you about she, not about you. So your answer, she, will be the answer to my question, she. Dritte Person is dritte Person. What did Prime Minister Modi say about that Varanasi corridor? Oh, I said that's a nice corridor. Why should I say that? I'm asking you about dritte Person. The answer should also have dritte Person. So if you follow that rule, what should be the answer here? Danke, es geht, and plural, and dritte Person dative. What is the plural dative? Whether it's ear and L turn or dine and L turn, doesn't matter. What is the pronoun for greater zone plural dative? Which one will you choose? Which is correct here of these two? Danke, es geht Ihnen, capital I, gut, oder Danke, es geht Ihnen, small I, good?
Small I.
Vasu is very sure. How many of you support him? How many of you feel L turn?
Small I.
Parents, so you have to give respect, so you will use the capital I.
It is not the question of respect, it is a question of third
One
person.
moment, Vasu, Vasu, one moment. Yeah. How many of you feel that? Dritte Person, you have to give respect. So we'll write capital I, because capital I is always used for the respect and the polite forms. How many of you feel that? That capital I is the correct answer? Not
Ish. Capitalize.
capital I, Monica, okay. The Andren?
Small I, sir.
That is small I.
Why small I and why capital I? Monica, why is it capital I? When do
Sir,
we use
because
capital I?
Alton is for the
Yeah.
respect we can say Inan with capital I.
Okay. Do you remember your table that you had, I think we had discussed long time back?
Yeah, sir.
This Enan capital I is dative of what?
Sir, dative.
Second person plural.
Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah?
This always capital small always confuses me.
Why? Why should
So
I confuse?
small.
That's what. So Monica wants to play a safe game. Give respect, whether it's third person or second person or first person or fifth person.
In case of
Sir,
Alton,
because
not in
Z,
everyone.
because sir,
Not
if
in
Z is
everyone.
capital, then it is you formal, and
Yeah.
small z is they.
They.
Yes. Third person.
Right.
Third person.
And the
Right.
question is in
Plural.
capital
Plural.
letter because he is referring to your parents. He is asking politely. Your parents, and I am saying they are good.
No, Kushi, English explanation doesn't work. What is this in English? Your parent. What is this in English?
Same.
You were
Both are your,
Same,
but
your parents.
you were
there's the
disrespect
difference
parents.
about
First one is
politeness.
your respected parents. Second one is your irrespected parents.
That capital I and small and the D is with reference to you, not to your parents. I'm not talking out disrespectfully of your parents. I'm asking you, Monica ji, आपके माँ बाप कैसे हैं? Monica ji, तुम्हारे माँ बाप कैसे हैं? That formal and informal is with respect to you. I'm not talking of parents.
Parents, okay.
So why
Then
are you
E.
confused?
Yeah, okay. Because I'm always going with the Alton, na.
Why should that be there? That Enan refers
Is
to you.
for me.
You are the one in front of me.
Yeah.
If your parents are in front of me, I will ask them directly. We get as Enan with capital I. Please go to the table once again. Z, nominative.
Yeah.
C, accusative.
Accusative.
Dative, Enan.
Enan.
And in the other form, plural, Z,
Z.
and
in.
they, them,
Them.
To them.
To them. Yeah. To them.
This is dritte Person. This is zweite Person. And this is dritte Person. And this dritte Person is immer plural. Whereas this can be
Singular.
singular and plural both.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is both singular and plural.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
We hyphen Z, singular.
Clear, sir. Danke schön.
They should not be confusing at all. This is should have been taught properly at the A1. Clear distinction. This distinction ist leider also nicht so klar hier. Also ohne Kontext kann man nicht sagen, ist es Singular oder Plural. If I ask you, was machen Sie hier? Very ambiguous statement. You can either say ich mache oder wir machen, because the Z does not tell us is it singular or plural.
Okay.
If I ask this, I give you a context. Was machen Sie hier, Frank? Or Herr Frank, make it formal. The answer will be in singular. This is clear now. And your answer will still be ich. Okay? If I change this and say Herr und Frau Frank, then the question is in plural and your answer will come with wir.
Yeah.
The Z is common whether you're asking one person or whether you're asking plural. It will still be Z. But in the other form, was magst du, singular, magst ihr, plural. There is a distinction here. Du is singular and ihr, plural of du, informal. Also man muss hier ganz im Klaren sein, damit wir die Pronomen in der Zukunft absolut zweifellos verwenden können. Please revise the pronouns here. The earliest parts, I think, Vasu. Who was there right in the beginning, Vasu? Do you recall?
Sir, I was there.
Kushi, Vasu, who else? We did one exercise with the pronouns. Remember? Do you have that
Yes,
exercise with you?
on the first day itself.
Yes,
sir.
yes. Do you have that paper with you somewhere? You people still? Or,
Yeah,
did I
sir.
share it with you?
Yeah, we have, sir. We have it.
Can you share that that Übungsblatt with Monica?
Yeah, sir. Please.
If you have it with you, all of you, please, can you please share it with her? I've misplaced it, I think, on my computer somewhere.
Okay, sir.
Share that, but remove the answers when you share that with her. Don't share it with the answers. Wir haben das ausführlich diskutiert. In Detail. Wir haben das detailliert diskutiert. Ausführlich. In Detail. Just share that with her, please, so that her confusion can be removed and we are all on the same wavelength. It should not arise. I'll have to search for it. It must be somewhere.
No, sir. We can share it. No issues. Yeah, it's in my document, so I can send it.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. But remove the answers, Vasu.
Sure. I just send what you sent to us. So.
Yeah, genau. So I think almost 2 days we spent. There were a couple of ambiguous places there.
Yeah. Because we started with your control here and document.
Yeah.
And that time we have also learned the rules of.
Yeah, genau.
Position of pronouns and yeah.
Right. Also, the site is shown but never mind. Let's try one of these sentences. So, just to make ourselves confident. Te, ka, mo, lo. Also temporal, causal, modal, local.
Local.
So wir sollten hier Sätze bilden. Wir sind geflogen. Wir sind zu Doris geflogen. Wir sind letzten Monat geflogen. Wir sind ganz spontan geflogen. Also alle diese Elemente sollten wir hier einfügen. So Tekamolo Rule, wir sind letzten Monat T and ganz spontan, nothing else is here possible. So this is the modality. Causal is not there. So ganz spontan modal. How? Spontaneously. Modality here means how did you fly? Well, totally spontaneously. Don't use how as by plane. That also can be done, by the way. Sudoris, local. To whom? That location, where to? So Sudoris geflogen. So what should be the sentence Nummer 2? Das Flugzeug startete. Und unsere Elemente hier sind mit großer Verspätung vom Flughafen Frankfurt aufgrund eines Unwetters.
Darf ich sagen?
Ja, Kushi.
Ja. Das Flugzeug startete mit großer Verspätung aufgrund eines Unwetters vom Flughafen Frankfurt.
The sentence is correct. I will not dispute that, but it is not Tekamolo. Here we are practicing Tekamolo.
Yes, sir. Mit großer Verspätung is time element.
Oh, you're putting
With
it
delay.
that way. Yeah, okay. But what about the causal?
Yes, sir. Cause is aufgrund eines Unwetters.
Oh, you put it after T? Okay, I missed it.
No,
I
sir.
missed it, sorry. So noch einmal bitte,
Ja.
noch einmal.
Ja, das Flugzeug startete mit großer Verspätung aufgrund eines Unwetters vom Flughafen Frankfurt.
Done.
Okay.
So try practicing, well done. Try practicing this. Try practicing these sentences, following these rules.
Sir, can we do the 8th one, please?
Yeah, sure. That's very simple. Very simple. Wir haben ein paar Andenken gekauft. Was ist Andenken? Also hier. Also was ihr hier kauft, das ist ein Andenken. Also es gibt auch andere Andenken hier.
Which we did not plan or which we did not think.
Aha.
Unplanned.
Nein. Ich kaufe das für meinen Freund, für meine Freunde vielleicht. Ich kaufe einige Andenken für meine Freunde. Also man kauft normalerweise Andenken, ein paar Andenken für die Freunde zu Hause.
A gift?
Give me another word.
Compliment.
Souvenir?
Souvenir ist richtig.
Okay.
Something to think of, that is an Andenken. Something for you to think of, remind you of that country you visited. So an
Memory you
Andenken
can
is
see
also souvenir. Ja, ein Souvenir.
Yeah.
That's a word, Souvenir. So wir haben ein paar Andenken gekauft, a few, ein paar, not just two, but a few. P small. P is not capital. P capital means a pair. That means two. But here ein paar, a few. Some.
Okay. Wir haben von unserem Abflug Causal. Okay, vor unserem Abflug nach schnell ein paar Andenken am Flughafen gekauft.
So this was the sentence I was talking about. I don't know whether to put time element first or ein paar Andenken.
What does your feel for the language say? What does that say? What do the others say? Wir haben ein paar Andenken gekauft. Wann hast du oder wann habt ihr, wann haben Sie diese Andenken gekauft?
Schnell vor unserem Abflug.
Okay, also vor unserem Abflug.
Yeah.
So where will you put that? Will you say, wir haben vor unserem Abflug ein paar Andenken gekauft oder wir haben ein paar Andenken vor unserem Abflug gekauft?
Just before.
Vor unserem Abflug?
Ja. Wir haben ein paar Andenken vor unserem Abflug.
Super. Now complete the rest. Complete the sentence now, Vasu. Wir haben ein paar Andenken
vor unserem Abflug.
Noch schnell.
Noch schnell. Ja, gut, Monika.
Gekauft.
Ja, sehr gut. Noch schnell. Und?
Am Flughafen. So, sir, it doesn't matter that we have to put the direct object before time element.
No, the idea here is the direct object should normally stay or come in front of the prepositional objects.
Before.
So it is national. Why should I put later point of time? Because that also time element. National.
No.
This is a modal. How?
It's a modality. Modality. Yeah. Quickly. Before departure, quickly.
So, sir, you were saying direct object is placed in
before
front of
the preposition.
Prepositional
yes.
object.
Normally,
So, accusative prepositional object or
both?
Any?
Both.
Okay.
Right? It's not a hard and fixed rule. It can change in spoken language. It can also change depending on certain contexts.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But normally, like the person said in that book, this is also was wir hier haben ist eigentlich die Faustregel. Remember that was what was told to us?
Yes, sir.
They gave this reason here, use the Faustregel hier. Wo ist denn das hier? Das steht im Lehrbuch. Mensch. Also hier.
Yeah.
Es gibt jedoch einige Faustregeln. There are, however, a few rules of the thumb, guidelines or rules here, which you can use. Doubt where do I then we follow this. But what is definite is dative, noun before accusative. And then it says here, die Angaben im Mittelfeld folgen, see this word, häufig. This is häufig.
Frequently.
Often or often, the sequence, etc. See the careful usage of this word. Often. They didn't say immer. That word immer makes that sentence impossible to use. So you have to be on safe ground. Please learn grammar rules also with that häufig or in diesem context or hier. Think of these words whenever there's a rule in front of you. Don't use that as the absolutely God's own rule.
Makes sense, they mentioned sometime.
Yeah, very safe. That's very safe. So when you look at this here, you follow that. So in most cases, but the dative before accusative, noun.
Yes, sir. I know.
That is fixed. That is fixed.
That is immer.
Yeah, that is that jedoch, however. So wir haben ein paar Andenken von unserem Abflug noch schnell am Flughafen gekommen. Very quickly we boarded the airport. It's not difficult. If you want to change it, you are free to. Wir haben vor unserem Abflug ein paar Andenken am Flughafen schnell gekauft. See? Wir
Yes,
haben
sir.
noch schnell, I can also change it. Wir haben noch schnell ein paar Andenken, also vor unserem Abflug gekauft. I can
Yes,
change
sir.
it.
You have said that if we want to emphasize on something, then we
Yes.
can change the Tekamola rule.
Yes, absolutely. But just to practice this Tekamolo, the sentences are given here. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
noch Fragen?
9.
See the
Yes, sir.
second part of this exercise. Second part of the exercise, we'll do this on Monday. Stellen Sie die Sätze und beginnen Sie mit folgenden Angaben. Sentence number 1, it says start with temporal. Also, letzten Monat sind wir ganz spontan zu Doris gefahren. Start the second sentence with causal. Also, aufgrund eines Unwetters. The third one says temporal. So start with the temporal. Während des langen Fluges. Fourth one, start with modal. Here, the exercise is here.
Okay.
So first we do the Tekamolo and then we move the others around. We can start with a modal also or with a causal. But the basic rule is Tekamolo, which you manipulate around.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I need to leave now because already
Ja,
got
ja,
another
carry
call.
Carry on. Also wir sind
Ja.
ja jetzt fertig. Wenn es keine Fragen mehr gibt, dann verabschieden wir uns voneinander.
Yes,
Und wir
sir.
treffen uns
Yes,
wieder am Montag. Also ein schönes Wochenende. Mach's gut,
Schöne
bleib's
Wochenende,
gesund.
sir.
Sir,
Und
ich
bleib's
habe
gesund
Frage.
und motiviert. So. Ja?
Sir, I have sent you the passive Ubuntu.